Hello, my name is Rex the Dog, and today what I'm going to do is I'm going to review the games which I played through, which I reached credits on, or I did, I don't know, I feel I did what you can do on in 2024. So I ended up playing quite a few games. Some of these predate when I started streaming, some of these I played off stream, and some of these whatever. But anyway, let's kind of go through this list. I don't think I forgot anything. Maybe I have, but whatever, this is the list. So I'm gonna try and reflect on these and remember what they are. So to start off, first games I played there, we got Frog Detective #1, The Haunted Island. This was a really fun sort of point and click adventure game style thing, kind of like Sam and Max, where you went around this island and you're investigating. I can't even remember, but the characters were really like goofy and fun, and it had this really like simple polygon art style, which I really enjoyed a lot. Next game I played on this list here was A Short Hike, which A Short Hike was great. I'd really recommend A Short Hike if you haven't played this one, where you're trying to make your way up to the top of this mountain for cell phone reception, so you can like cover mobile phone connection, so you can ring your parents, so you can ring your mom. It was really, really cute, and there's like nice kind of like platform light in it, and you meet people along the hike who you like race or you collect things for and stuff like that. It's a little bit of exploration with finding like seashells and stuff, I think, if I remember right. But A Short Hike, I really recommend it. I really recommend. Next I've got here is Venba. Now Venba was like an autobiographical game where you're playing as this kid going through his life as he's growing up, and kind of the struggles of being from a immigrant family as he moved to, I think they moved to Canada, if I remember correctly. This like Indian family moved to Canada, and no, you don't play as the kid, you play as the mom. You play as the kid later in the game. But you play as the mom, and she's like struggling with like kind of westernizing the family and still feeling connected with the family, and the son being like, first generational immigrant and not necessarily having a connection to that culture as she does, and she's trying to like the gameplay aspect of it is following these recipes from the book to cook. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really cute. I thought it had a really nice message, and the gameplay and how the story linked together worked really well. Next thing we got here is we got Gone Home. Gone Home was like it kind of felt like a horror game, but it wasn't. I'm trying to remember all the specifics of this, but it was like a first-person game where you're going through this house and picking up clues and whatever to about your family, and I can't remember the specifics of this. I think it was like a closeted girl and all this you were playing as, but I remember the storytelling and just kind of like the everything being like presented and like the eeriness of the house. Like I enjoyed it. I remembered enjoying it at the time. I just can't really remember the specifics. Next I've got here is got Toy Story 2 and Buzz Lightyear Rescue. It's a PlayStation 1 game, and I kind of avenged this game because I think I only got to like ever like stage 4 or something like that until the Al's Toy Barn, I think, is however far I got in this game. But I avenged this game and finally finished it. It's kind of goofy. But it's from an era of like 3D tie-in platformers which aren't egregious. They're like okay, but that genre doesn't exist anymore. Next we got here is got Silent Hill: A Short Message, which was a game that kind of had leaked knowledge of a while. I think my first video on this channel was me talking about A Short Message. A Short Message is fine. It was a nice kind of reintroduction to Silent Hill. I thought the presentation, I thought the new monster, I thought the music was all really good. Just with it being so short and the subject matter being slightly juvenile, it didn't have that kind of like lofty expectation of like a hit that you get from a Team Silent game, Silent Hill 1 through 4. But I did think it felt a lot more Silent Hill than a lot of the more recent entries before the series went dormant for a while. Silent Hill 2. Okay, now we're starting to get closer into when I started streaming. I had a few initial streams on this channel of playing random chapters of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. That was my game of the year. There will be more videos talking about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Specifically when we get into our 2024 specific released games. I've just got a couple I want to finish off now, and whatever. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth I think is absolutely amazing. I think it's one of those like those games that for me hits on all levels. I think the characterization is sick. I think the music is sick. Like 400 orchestral pieces. The combat and the expansion that they've done with it, and adding in the new synergy attacks and the material system still being there is awesome. The actors playing the roles and the characterization, the new open world stuff, it's sick. I'll talk about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth a lot more later. Next I've got here is Alone in the Dark, A New Nightmare. This is a PS2 game, survival horror game, fixed camera. I don't think I totally understood what happened in the game in terms of the plot, but it was kind of fun just to play, you know, I think this was a cross-gen game. It came out on PS1, PS2, and I know there's a Game Boy Color version as well, which I'm kind of interested to play because I'll just be so, like, different and weird. But yeah, Alone in the Dark, was fine. It was just kind of fun to play a game like that. Next, we're kicking off into kind of stream territory. We got Big Kitty, Little Kitty, Big City, which was a really fun game, which unfortunately I had a bug in, and I kind of skipped to the end, and I saw the ending of the game when I was like 70% in the game. So it's kind of like riddled with a lot of bugs, but it was very fun, just like light platform collectathon thing. Collectathon's not the right word. But you're a little cat, you're running around the city, there's cute other animals, it's fun. I liked it. Okay, next we're getting into Crow Country. Crow Country was kindly sent to me as a review code. Like when I just started this channel, it was really weird. But they sent me a review code for this game, Crow Country, which I was really hyped for anyway. It's like a mock PS1 survival horror game. It was sick. So kind of why I played Alone in the Dark to kind of get some of that sort of experience was what Crow Country was all designed about. I thought the game was really, really great. The art style was great. I loved it. If you like Resident Evil, you know, on like PS1, Crow Country is a game to like really, really check out. Really, really check out. Great game. Next game we got to was Little Gator Game. It's kind of in the vein of A Short Hike. And with Little Gator Game, it's another sort of like childhood family relationship thing, and it's these kids on an island, like kind of playing a Zelda game, and you're playing the Zelda game that they've made up, and they're like whatever. Thought it was great, really, really emotional. Need to check on the cooking real quick. Worried something's burning. I've never paused these recordings before. I hope that was all good. But yeah, so you kind of like you play as a kid, playing his Zelda game on this island, and it's all about the relationship with the sister. It's really cute. The characters, everybody, all the kids on the summer vacation on the island. It's great, really emotional, made me cry. Little Gator Game, loved it. Undertale. This is when we start to, again, these are our games we're streaming. Undertale, played it for the first time. The regulars in the streams who were hanging out with me for Big Kitty, Crow Country, Little Gator Game, they were like, hey, play Undertale. And I played it for the first time. I did a pure pacifist run. All the twists got me. I didn't know. I'd gone unspoiled about Undertale. I thought it was eerily like Metal Gear Solid in the way that it was like formatted to be like a video game's the only medium you could tell the story in, like the way it was designed. I thought Undertale was great. I made a weird video talking about the comparisons between Undertale and Metal Gear Solid, so I mean that's out there. Animal Well, next game. Animal Well was sick. One of the best games that released in 2024. This again was a new game. It's like a Metroidvania game where you're going through, very light on combat. It's more about avoiding enemies and solving puzzles and stuff like that. And when the puzzles click and you solve a room, you get that lovely Metroidvania buzz. Great game, really, really good. Animal Well, I think anyone can enjoy. Art style and like the layering of the effects and stuff on this like nice like 16-bit art style was sick as well. Garden of Banban. I have like a weird sort of fascination with these mascot horror games, like Five Nights at Freddy's and stuff like that. And my buddy was like, check out Garden of Banban. I checked out Garden of Banban. It was interesting. I will play the other one sometime soon. Goofy game. Really impressive that just like two dudes just made it. I think that's like crazy impressive and crazy inspiring. Next game we played this game called Indigo Park. Now Indigo Park was made by one dude who challenged himself by remaking Garden of Banban on himself, and then he made a new game all himself called Indigo Park. Mascot horror game, first person thing. The characters are really cute. I enjoyed it. I thought it was super fun. I look forward to the second chapter, however they format this as these come out. Next, another game that I got sent this game called Beetle Ninja to play, which was kind of like a Earthbound sort of RPG, like really like goofy, you know. Earthbound was like a Japanese version of America, and Beetle Ninja is like an Americanized version of Japan as like this RPG game. I thought it was really cute. I thought it was fun. I'm glad they sent me Beetle Ninja. I would have never known it existed. Next thing is I replayed Sly Cooper. I know him as Sly Raccoon in Europe. Really fun game. I was really happy to play Sly Cooper again. It's got me kind of like... A lot of these games here, like, I want to go back and play, like, the sequels or the next ones, you know what I mean? And I do want to go play the second Sly Cooper soon, because it was just really fun being in that just sort of, like, 3D PS2 platformy space, which hasn't existed for a while, but it came back, which we'll get to. If you're kind of looking at the list on the screen, you can see what we're going to get to, right? Next, I replayed Sonic Adventure 2. My intention was to play every game with Shadow in, before the Sonic 3 movie came out. That didn't happen, but I still had a blast playing Sonic Adventure 2, even though in those streams the audio is kind of all jacked up and out of sync. I actually played this in fursuit. That was an interesting decision, but we did it. One of my favorite games of all time. Really good memories on the Dreamcast. Next thing, we played another new game, Rolling Hills. It's a little just like sushi shop management, town management game, which was kind of really cute, with little yokai in it and stuff like that. I thought it was fun for what it was. It was just like, get the orders. They want vegetarian. They want whatever, you know, and you upgrade the cafe. I thought it was fun. I played Mega Man on the Game Boy. This is the Game Boy version of Mega Man. It's a different game to Mega Man on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Mega Man on the Game Boy, I completely cheesed this, and I was using like save states and rewinds, and even then I found it crazy hard. I need to get better at games, which is what we kind of get to in the back half of this list. Next, we got Haunty. Haunty was really fun. It was kind of like a isometric twin stick. I'm saying twin stick, making it sound like a shooter. It was another new game that came out this year with a really cool art style, where you play as a ghost who befriends an angel, and you're trying to ascend, and you move through kind of like a Metroidvania-y sort of world, like different realms. But it's kind of like isometric, and it's twin stick to shoot. It was cute. I liked it. Next game is a game called Prodigal, which I got sent. I was really happy they sent me the game Prodigal. And Prodigal it's basically just like a Game Boy Color like top-down action RPG in the sort of vein of Link's Awakening DX or Bomberman Legends, if you remember that one. I think it's called Bomberman RPG in the States. Really cool. It uses like Game Boy Color palette, but obviously just like without the limitations of the Game Boy Color, so you can have like more things happening on screen or whatever, or like crazier abilities. Really cool game. I know they got a new game out. I want to play that as well. Next is another game I got sent called Load Shedding. I don't know why I played this. This was some weird asset reusing game where you went around plugging in generators in Australia. It was weird and does not matter. Next, I got another game they sent me. The game sent me this game called The Ouroboros King, which was like a chess rogue-like game where you add in and upgrade pieces and get abilities. We'll get to something that does that format a lot better later in this list, which you can kind of guess maybe what it was, because it's one of the games of the year for a lot of people. But I found the Ouroboros King fun, but I didn't do loads of runs on it. Next, we played all of the initial Chapter 1, once like the first 3 chapters, the initial update, the initial release of Zenless Zone Zero, which I enjoyed. I do really want to go back to play the Inferno whatever, the next update, but I thought Zenless Zone Zero was really stylish. I thought when you actually got towards the end and more things were happening, the combat was actually kind of deep, and it did actually like kind of blow up a couple of preconceptions I had about gachas just being things where you press a button. Like there was gameplay here. I thought it was fun. I thought it was cute. I just don't want to get obsessed with live service things, but I would like to go back and do the next chapters. But just not like, I'm not doing dailies. I don't care. I'm not doing that for any game. Next we came a game which was recommended to me a lot to play, which was Unpacking. Unpacking is very much in the vein of those other kind of like indie emotional games, which this is, I love this a lot. You unpacking your bedroom over various periods of your life, and you got loads of environmental storytelling by what things you kept and what things you didn't keep and what things get introduced and who else is there, and it was really cool. And then the reveal at the end of what happened to this girl you were playing with, in terms of her job, in terms of her dreams, in terms of her family, was just like, hit me. Unpacking, great. They've got a new game coming out, which is like a 3D first person one. Excited for that. I then booted up Astro's Playroom on the PS5 and loved it, and I got myself the bonus bots, which would carry over into Astro Bot, which came out. So Astro Bot, another really, really sick one of the best games that came out this year. Incredible. Had a great, great, great time with Astro Bot. Loads and loads of fun. And you know, that, you know, as I was saying with Sly Cooper, I want to be playing more games like that again, like Astro Bot's like filling that urge. But I want to go play. I'm looking forward to more things from Team Asobi, more things Sony might do. I want to go back and play more Sly Coopers. I want to go back and play more, you know, of this next game, Ape Escape. Another game that I avenged. I never finished Ape Escape because I found it very, very challenging as a child. But finally got that done. I still did find it kind of battling the controls, you know. It's the first game using analog sticks, but it was really fun to play Ape Escape, especially after like the big Ape Escape level. In Astrobot. I want to go back and do Ape Escape 2 sometime. I also want to go back and play a lot of the games that are featured in Astrobot. It's like, I remember Viv Ribbon. I remember this. I remember Devil Dice. Like, so Jumpin' Jack Flash. Like, I do kind of want to go back and play a bunch of those games, but that's a long-term goal. We got plenty to entertain ourselves, right? Next, I went back and played the first Time Splitters. I didn't spend a bunch of time with the first Time Splitters. We played to death of Time Splitters 2 and Time Splitters 3. But yeah, I went back and played the first Time Splitters, just the campaign, not like the challenge things and stuff like that. And it was fun. It was fun to revisit that and just play like that style of like first-person shooter where you run around, you pew pew pew. And especially because the environments keep changing because of the gimmick in Time Splitters. It's a PS2 game. And it changes, you go through time. So you're like in Egypt and then you're in Mafia or whatever. Then played Final Fantasy 1. That was great. Playing Final Fantasy 1 with you guys was sick. Was really, really sick. And I think just playing any of these like turn-based RPGs with you guys and with the chat on stream is just like the way to do it for me, because like I do kind of like get into the rhythm of grinding, but doing the grinding with being able to chat with you guys and stuff like that and experience the story and the music and all that and the boat game with the puzzle, the match. Yeah, I loved it. I had a great time playing that. I replayed Parappa the Rapper. I replay Parappa the Rapper a lot. I almost got like this like really, really sick, perfect cool where like literally on the second line I hit cool and I went through the entire stage, and then on the half of the last verse I like dropped it down. I was like, ah! But I love Parappa. We'll get to Jam and Lammy and we'll get to Parappa 2 sometime in the future. Another new game that came out in 2024, we played Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, which I found really cute, really quaint, really fun. I liked the gimmick. The menus are a bit clunky for changing between the echoes. I wish they kind of used like a wheel system and like you could divide through categories and flick through them quickly. So that was kind of annoying, and especially because that's like the game. That does really hold it back. But besides that, the world, the presentation, the story, the puzzles, the bosses, I thought it was a great game. I loved it a lot. And I'm glad that like we have these two Zelda series that like live side by side. We have, you know, the Breath of the Wild, the big ones, and then we still have room for like new original top-down games and remakes and stuff like that. So I think that's sick. Hadn't played a Lego game in a very long time. Kind of had the urge to play a Lego game. Went and played Lego The Hobbit. Was fun to kind of be playing a Lego the game after so long, after I like killed them with like Lego fatigue. I got annoyed that this only did the first 2 movies. I thought I was gonna like play through the entire story of The Hobbit, and I didn't. And I felt a bit conned in that regard. So that left a little sour taste in my mouth. But I'll play another Lego game sometime soon. Next we played this game called Biomutant, which I thought was cool. It's kind of like an action RPG. I thought the world was cool. I thought the characters was cool. I liked that the species I was playing as was called Rex. I did like that. It just didn't do anything particularly great. It was just a real sort of like 6 out of 10, 5 out of 10 average game for me. But it was fun. It passed the time. It was colorful. I was never bored. I don't know. That was Biomutant. Okay, next that we played Star Fox 64. Oh my god, these are called the all range mode. You know, it's like the dog fights where you're fighting like wolf and stuff. I sucked at that. I sucked at that. I want to get better at stuff like that because I'd like to play like, I don't know, maybe get back into like Ace Combat games or something like that. So I want to like upgrade my like you know, dog fighting ability. I am a dog. But yeah, Star Fox 64. Had fun with it. Had fun with it. Always good to revisit those. I'd like to play Assault sometime soon or something like that, you know? Or maybe I want to play I never played Star Fox 2. Or did I? Did I play Star Fox 2? The one that they like released for the first time like recently. Oh, whatever. Anyway, Fallout New Vegas. Fallout's kind of like a blip in like, you know, you just have those like random blips of like games you didn't play, but like you know a lot about because like people around you are playing them. I never played New Vegas. I messed around a bit with 3. I think 4, I've done like the opening sequence, and I've played like some of the isometric stuff on the PC, like way back in the day with like Baldur's Gate and stuff. But yeah, finally got New Vegas, thought it was sick. Would like to do it again sometime and explore it. Around the same time the TV show came out, I thought the TV show was super fun. I thought that was great. I'm glad a lot of other people liked that as well. Yeah, Fallout New Vegas was great. I understand it. I get why people lose their minds over it. I only put like 25 hours into it and kind of like beelined one story. But I would like to go back to it and give it some time to breathe at some point in the future. Silent Hill 2 Remake. Okay, did I do like a whole video on this? I've done multiple videos on Silent Hill 2. I'm trying to think if I've done ones after the fact. I think I have. But this was great. I loved it. I was really surprised. I didn't think Bloober Team would... I thought they'd make something like kind of average or below average. This was sick. The sound design, everything they expanded, the new acting, the characterization, it was great. I loved it. It was great. I played it twice. I played through the whole thing twice. It's great. Once on stream, once off stream. Really fun game. Silent Hill 2. Awesome. Yeah, let Bloober Team do Silent Hill 4. I'd like to see Bloober Team do Silent Hill 4 next and kind of change that up. And then eventually maybe even move into an original Silent Hill title. I think, I like Silent Hill 2. It was great. The remake. I love the original, and the remake was good as well. Casting of Frank Stone. This is one of those like super massive choose-your-own-adventure games. It was set in the world of Dead by Daylight. I thought it was fun. I think those games they're not like amazing. They're not terrible. I just think they're like fun. It's like watching a fun horror movie because they would take like a few hours as well. I like this. I look forward to the next Dark Pictures game they put out because they got another one of those coming out this year, 2025, I think. That was another New Year game this year. There's another 2024 game. Another 2024 game. We're in a stream of 2024 games now. Is Sonic Cross Shadow Generations. The Sonic Generation stuff is still there and it's still great. And then they double it because they add on another comparable campaign for Shadow, which is like the best characterization of Shadow. Everything is sick there. It was great. Year of Shadow has been great. Year of Shadow has been great. Between this, the manga, the anime, Sonic 3 movie, random little animations and merchandise, Year of Shadow has hit. Shadow Generations, a must play for Sonic fans. For real, for real, for real. Next, out of curiosity, and just because I went on Game Pass, I played the new Call of Duty. I'm going to hop up here, man. I played Call of Duty Black Ops 6. I was surprised there was that many Black Ops games, but it turns out the 6th one. I played Black Ops 6. I thought it was fine. It's just like playing like a Jerry Buckenheimer movie or Michael Bay thing with explosions and stuff like that. The stealthy elements, the like spy stealthy bits in the town made me think that I really want that Perfect Dark game to come out. It's whatever, it's fine. If you, the bit where you fight like the zombie aliens was crazy. That was crazy. This game was crazy. This game was like crazy. This game was weird. It was really weird. But whatever. It was kind of fun to like check out from an interest perspective. Next, I played Metal Gear Tactics, which is like an isometric strategy like tactics game. You know, so sort of in the vein of, you know, like Fire Emblem or Advance Wars or something like that. I enjoyed this a lot. I thought this was fun. I've done like a few runs of it since like streaming it with you guys because you can like run through over and over and unlock new characters and stuff like that. It kind of changes up this like tactics strategy genre thing, whatever you call it, because you meant to like keep moving to like and be aggressive. and kind of play it in the style of Metal Slug of being like run and gun. Like it's always meant to be like move, 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 and then make you move, and then make your actions. I like Metal Slug Tactics a lot. I think no one's played it. I don't think anybody's played this. It was on Game Pass, and I think it's like completely gone under the radar. Next, played Zelda Four Swords. Four Swords. I played this is the bonus game that comes with the Game Boy Advance port of Link to the Past. Really fun. Quite a short game. But you play with a bunch of buddies. I play with my buddy. You co-op. You're the different colored links, and it's great. It's really fun and competitive. Getting all the rupees, and I liked it. Four Swords Adventure. This is Four Swords, not Four Swords Adventures. Four Swords, really fun. Next we got here is same sort of buzz I got from Final Fantasy. I replayed Final Fantasy 1, the Pixel Remaster. This is another 2024 game. This is Dragon Quest III 2D HD Remake. And I had a blast playing this. The 2D HD engine, which they've used for like Octopath and Live Alive and all these other games, is here, and it's strong, and it gives like this great presentation to a Dragon Quest game I haven't played. I thought the story was really pretty damn cool for that era and what you expect from that era. Presentation was sick. It was fun grinding. It's fun grinding with you guys on stream. I like that. We had some fun moments where we created the town of Valberg and all this sort of stuff. It was fun playing Dragon Quest 3. I realize it's not for everyone. It's still very much a product of its time. It's still very much just like old school, built in that kind of way. But yeah, I had a load of fun with it. I'm excited for the 1 and 2 HD remake that's coming as a package later. Next we got Balatro. Let me scroll down here. We got Balatro, and we've also got the Balatro First expansion pack, whatever. It's just like pictures on cards. And Balatro was great. Now, the Ouroboros game I was talking about earlier, how it's like a roguelike customizable chess game. Balatro is a roguelike customizable poker hands game. And it's just great. It is just great. If Ouroboros King had like maybe some of the like little features, or maybe it's too complicated because it's chess, I don't know. But if it had some of these other extra buffs and features that Balatro had, maybe it would have exploded as well. Maybe not to the same level, but it would have been like a bigger game than something that came under the radar. Balatro is super fun. It's one of those like one more go games, and when you get a like real satisfying synergy of all your cards, dope. Next thing I played Hellblade, the first Hellblade game, which I deeply enjoyed. The audio, it was sick. The performance of the lead girl was incredible. The psychosis of all the voices and seeing the symbolism in the ruins. Really, I thought it was really thoughtful and really well done. And when it kind of like takes this turn of like choosing to let go and self-acceptance and yourself working with yourself, I liked it a lot. I liked Hellblade a lot. I think I talked a lot about it at the end of the stream. Next, I jumped into some Capcom Marvel games. We played X-Men Children of the Atom. We played Marvel Superheroes. Both really fun. I need to like brush up on my skills on these games because I felt bad. I felt really bad. I had to kind of cheese going through the arcade mode a little bit. I was playing with my fight stick. I just want to get back into fighting games in general. Next, we played Hellblade 2. Well, Hellblade 1 was about like Senua's like relationship with herself. Hellblade 2 was about how somebody, living, even if she's more accepting of this illness, interacts with other people, which I thought was a cool direction to take it. It wasn't as interesting and as compelling as Senua's internal journey was, but it was still good. So I did like Hellblade 2, but it was less impactful for me because of Hellblade 1, but it would have been stupid to just repeat the themes of Hellblade 1. I think what they did in Hellblade 2 was the right move. Next, we played a few more, reaching the end of the list here. Oh no! We played a few more Marvel fighting games. So we started off... No, we didn't. We played one more. We played X-Men versus Street Fighter. I don't know. I haven't got anything else to say that I haven't said for Children and Superheroes, but I enjoyed it. We then jumped into Season 0 of Marvel Rivals. Now, I'm not a live service guy. I'm not going to dedicate myself to one game that much, because as you can see, I like to move around. Different games, different genres, right? But It was fun. I thought it was fun. I thought it was fun. I'm going to keep dipping into it as the new seasons come and trying out the new characters and new modes and stuff like that. But I thought it was fun. I can see the appeal. It's maybe one of the reasons I've started reading comic books again. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure why I've done that. But I've started reading comic books again. We'll have comic book videos later. But Marvel Rivals, if you're super into it, I get it. Am I going to play it every day and max out battle passes? Hell no. Am I going to drop in every so often until I don't want to? Yeah. So Indiana Jones, another 2024 game coming up here. So we had a few 2024 games there. Yeah, we did Balatro, Hellblade 2, Marvel Rivals, another one here in Indiana Jones The Great Circle. Amazing. This game is absolutely amazing. It's not what I expected at all. But it's basically formatted like a point-and-click adventure game, except in like a first-person exploration thing with really meaty like combat, melee combat. I thought this game was sick. I thought the performances were sick. I thought they didn't hold your hand a lot. The presentation's just awesome. It feels like Indiana Jones. It was really surprising. I hope it gets a bigger audience when it reaches PS5. Because at the moment, I feel it like died off in a week. And when I was playing the game, and since I've revisited it to do all like the side quests off stream, whenever I was getting like further into the game, you'd be getting up that like achievement thing that says like 2% of players have unlocked this. And it makes me feel that like nobody's like put any time into this game, and it's not been getting a lot of attention from the players who have played it, or just people in general. But it's like, it's a game of the year contender. It's so sick. It just came out like post Keighley Awards, and it's trapped on Xbox. When the PS5 port comes out, hopefully more attention. We played through the 2 Astrobot DLCs, the speed run, speed course thing, Speedway DLC, and the Winter Wonder. I thought they were really fun. I would like to see more of this, just like adding more things to Astrobot, adding in more bots, because it's just fun. The Winter Wonder especially, I thought was like a really expansive like zone. I thought it was quite big. It was more than I expected. A lot of bots in there. Felt like a Christmassy Banjo-Kazooie level or something. I loved it. And then the final game I played at the end of the year is I played in quite a few hours playing Vampire Survivors Ode to Castlevania. I enjoyed Vampire Survivors a couple of years ago. It was fun to revisit it with the Castlevania skin and music and way too many characters and crazy ass ending when you got to the end, when you actually like it was great. I had a lot of fun with Castlevania Ode to with Vampire Survivors Ode to Castlevania. It's kind of in the reins of these Castlevania DLCs they put out for like Dead Cells and stuff, but just give us a new freaking game. Just give us a new game, please. I nearly finished 9 Souls at the end of the year, but that's gone in 2025. That's like 55 games or something this year. Last year. I'm going to do another list. I'm going to do another video that's specifically me talking about 2024 releases and my favorite games of 2024. No shock, it's well documented. My favorite game was Rebirth. But I will talk about other games that came out there as well. And a couple of other 2024 games that I might have finished off, like 9 Souls, for example, by the time we get to that list in the coming weeks. But yeah, there's a review of Rex 2025 in gaming. If there's any games you'd like to see me play in 2025, let me know. I can add them to the list. And as you can see from this, I kind of play everything. I like things. I like variety. And as you can see, I don't like playing the same game in a row. I like changing it up and moving between genres, because then when I come back to a genre, I'm like hyped again because I haven't played it for so long, and yada yada yada. But there we go. Big video. I'm gonna stop it. I'm going ramble mode. There it is. Rex 2024 gaming. Peace out. Bye bye. Woof woof.